If I was doing a Scorpio boot camp, if if you were strong Scorpio placement, one of the themes that we'd concentrate on is your relationship with sleep. Now, I know that naturally, if Scorpio shows up very strong in your chart, in moon especially, that the nighttime becomes a place of peace for you. If you were one of my students, I would advise that you use the nighttime as the space for your meditation, for your reading, for your creative pursuits, playing the guitar, singing, drawing, whatever your thing is. You know you're good with creativity. But you notice how that's different compared to staying up and being distracted, because that is your Achilles heel. Being distracted, Scorpio, is your karma. Because you are such a phenomenal sign, the quality of what distracts your attention either is benefiting you or it's corroding you. And therefore, if it's something that you are immersing yourself into, anime, TV, whatever is like catching your attention, you assimilate to it like adding sugar to water, and it just becomes now sugar water. That's literally what you do with whatever you feed your attention with. Now, your relationship with silence, your relationship with a release in your nervous system, and a relationship with sleep becomes very important. But if the nighttime is what you're using to accelerate and excite yourself, that's like drinking coffee in the morning, which is not wise, not for someone as sensitive in their nervous system like a Scorpio. Your sleep is your gateway to accessing the purpose behind why you were born in this Scorpio placement. And it's just become too common to do a reading with someone who's Scorpio and then just to repeat it like repetitively across so many different religions, cultures, and people who reach out to the reading. I have to always say to the Scorpios, you're asleep, you're asleep, you're asleep, you're asleep. Now, I also know that there's times, depending on how Scorpio you are, where you wake up. And I'll say there's a reason why you wake up in those early morning hours. Again, you are born with a water sign. Humans aren't born coincidentally with these signs. There's purpose behind it, especially as a water element. Waking up at those 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, those early morning hours is not for you to get gallivanting in your sacral chakra, because that's a weakness as well. Scorpios and their insatiable desire to nurture their sacral chakra, not wise, because that's full of lust. And again, once you immerse in something, you get the kick out of being sugar water. You want to remain water that is clear, not assimilated in anything. And sleep gives you that level of depth. But sleep has everything to do with surrender and release. And if you are very, very high in your masculine, high in your relationship with your senses, like you always feed your senses and you don't ever practice the idea of depriving your senses, from your genitals to your stomach and to your eye. It's tough. It's not easy. But that's exactly why you are given this journey, this boot camp in being Scorpio in of itself. You were given this to see whether with free will you seek to desire more. But you don't have to do more to access more. You have to do less to regain your established connection to your higher self, to the astral plane. And once this happens, you can start feeling the protection of those who are around you, as opposed to thinking you are alienated. No one understands me. I'm alone. I'm going to keep to myself. I'm not going to talk too much. I'm not going to say anything. Establish that connection to knowing that nighttime is your time, 100%. But be subtle in it. Nothing must excite you. No loud music. I'd even go as far as to say your relationship with music is powerful and beautiful, but there shouldn't be any words that you're listening to. It should be highly instrumental in the evening when the moon is out. Now we are connecting to a very default setting that comes with being a water sign, dominant water sign, which is that connection to a life beyond the five senses, beyond the chocolates and the sugar, beyond the TV and the animes and the sitcoms, beyond the need for listening to words in song, and rather allowing what you are, just by default setting, to immerse into the music. When the music is not disturbed by any energy through sound, especially where vocals are concerned, and rather instrumental, you fulfill a space that is metaphysical. And once again, you release and surrender in that stomach, and don't worry about protecting yourself, needing to be tight in your nervous system, and you surrender that stomach. If you have God by your side, your loved ones by your side, oh, Scorpio, this is where those dreams start coming back. Connecting to a good rhythm when it comes to your sleep, and discipline and structure is important. The water needs to arrive at a certain point, but it needs a conduit. That development in a conduit can only be constructed by you, Scorpio. But remember, you don't listen to anyone, do you? You're not going to just take the instruction of a religion. You're not going to just listen to a mother and a father and just be obedient. No, you have a rebellious nature to you. So naturally, this is why you have that dance with destruction and rebirth and destruction and rebirth. At some point, just know subtlety and doing less and discipline in a conduit, or discipline is your conduit to allow the water, spirit, to flow through you. And once you have this practice, oh geez, man, you will see such profound connection to all the answers you seek, the depth you seek, the aha moments you seek. Keep that as an awareness, not as an instruction. I know you guys don't listen to anybody. Full of nonsense.